Everybody, welcome back to Brohood Productions. We saw Fantastic Four: The First Steps last night. I, your co-host Alma the All-Star Superman, and my brother JP the Hulk. So we actually made a video before making this video, and it was like 3 hours long, and we just we we
It was
we
not 3 hours long. It was just long, 30
it was just
minutes.
long. So we wanted to condense. We wanted to give you our not necessarily quick thoughts, but our after raw thoughts of what we thought about the movie just right away. JP and I, we've come to a consensus of the things we did like and the things we didn't like. Um, we talked about how I was a little bit more negative coming out of the movie, and then JP kind of went full circle and was a little bit more negative. So we want to first and foremost say this is a great job by Marvel Studios. We're going to talk about some tidbits here. JP and I loved Galactus. We loved the cast. JP had some issues with Mr. Fantastic. I had an issue with, although it's a great solo film for the Fantastic Four, I don't think it fixes the Marvel problem right now. Um, and stuff like that. And we also wanted to talk about Ben Grimm because Ben Grimm was like the most awesome character besides Galactus. But we're going to get into that little tidbits there really quickly for you. Our personal ratings. We got to sleep on it more, but I think I'm still sticking with a 7 out of 10. You guys know me if you've been following the channel for a while. If I give something an 8 or a 7, I did like it. I was entertained. It impacted me in the right way. That's not a bad score. It's hard for me to give 9s and 10s. Yes, I am the All-Star Superman. Yes, I love Superman. So when I watched Superman, it was a little bit more biased. But there was a lot more in that movie that I think worked for DC and for the summer of Superman in general. So this is not a hate on Marvel because JP and I both love Marvel very, very much. So I'm still sticking with my 7 out of 10, bro.
I'm sticking to 7 out of 10. I think watching a second time will make me either bump it up or keep it the same. Not sure, but giving it a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, yeah. JP and I also did our cinema score. Maybe we'll give you some of the raw footage at some point in life, maybe not.
Or
But
a separate video.
JP is going to read it off to you about what our critics' hats gave the movie.
Yeah, so we gave the story plot a 7.5 out of 10. We gave the villain an 8.5 out of 10. The flow was 6 out of 10. I just have to mention this. One of the channels that I follow, Emergency Awesome, said that the pacing of the movie wasn't quite right, and I agree. And if we do release the extra footage of our raw reaction, we'll I kind of explain more. But moving on, acting, we gave it a 9 out of 10. We believe that the cast, it was very well casted. Everybody did a fantastic job in the roles and the heroes, 10 out of 10. And so 41 out of 50, it's 82%. So we give it a B minus.
B minus. And we give it the Brotherhood A-OK stamp of approval. Please go watch this movie. You know, that's our one of our biggest tidbits, our point of action is this retro, futuristic 60s vibe, the costumes, the aesthetic. We love that about this movie.
Yes, sir. I think that was one of the really cool things about the movie. Probably one of the biggest pros was the theme and the 60s, like late 60s, and 60s technologies, uh, and Reed Richards like kind of flair to that.
Yeah. We also very much enjoyed Galactus. JP and I, well, mostly me, I kept hitting him when Galactus was on screen because we've been waiting for a Galactus that looks like this. Um, spoiler-filled show here. Instead of him being a space cosmic ghost, he was literally the Galactus we know and love. Now, JP has some issues with the Galactus thing. Now, we both feel like they did a good job with him and how they incorporated him into the story. But take it away, bro, with your vendetta with Galactus.
Yeah, no, there's no vendetta. I wanted to mention really quick, we Alma and I do agree that we felt like this was a very great honoring to Jack Kirby. And to their comments back, they're this family that started the Marvel comic series. So that was really great. My only drawback with Galactus was that he wasn't just big enough. That was it. That's all. I feel like There was a moment where he's like approaching in his throne, and you can see his shadow overcasting the entire city of New York or New Jersey, whichever one it was. Um, and I was like, wow. And when he jumps off, very cool moment. So that was my only thing. I guess the other thing, uh, but overall, he was just really great, really true to this character, true to the comics. Yes, a lot of people will think he looks silly, but whatever. That's just how Jack Kirby drew him, and he was even more sillier in the original comic. He even had a big G. So anyhow,
Yeah, the only thing I was trying to tie in there is the same issue we had with Kang. Like Kang's not gone in our opinion, and we love Kang.
uh,
And all of a sudden, Galactus and this moment where Johnny Storm, the Human Torch, is going to sacrifice himself, the Silver Surfer, Shalabal, decides to do it herself based on her character growth in the movie. And then he just disappears on the other aspect of the universe. Because Reed's original plan was to move the Earth. How that works, I don't know.
that's so cool. That would have been so cool. I like it.
My comic book brain thought that's where how the incursions were going to start, but I digress. And they moved him, so he's not gone. He's not out of the picture. But when Marvel starts moving into this new reset, uh, we don't know if we're going to get this same version of Galactus or somebody else. It did not feel like it was a one and done, but it could still be based on just some of Marvel's track record. Um, One of the things that I did want JP to discuss is how he felt about Reed Richards. Now, we both think Pedro Pascal played him very well. I at least thought he was awesome. But there are some things that JP pointed out to me that I think is merited to share.
Yeah. So I mean, Reed Richards, well, Pedro Pascal's version of Reed Richards was really good. He was a very good actor for him. Yes, I agree with that. Great stretching man. Um, a lot of people might say that he was a cool and under control leader, but I disagree with that because he was very irresponsible and uncertain about his decisions and his plans. He wasn't as decisive either. Now, granted, yes, it's a new situation, but like as I compare the leadership of Captain America, Chris Evans, and Tony Stark, Iron Man, very different. They were very confident in the way that they led, and I just really feel that he wasn't cool and under control, and his just very uncertain, irresponsible. That's it.
No, I think JP gives some great points there. Like I didn't see it that way based on his like character, but then once we started talking more about the overall theme of the movie and how calculative he is, like I can see where JP's coming from and where
Yeah,
a lot of
he
people,
like should have been more calculated,
yeah,
more decisive. Yeah.
yeah. So I just like that perspective, and I think people should know how we felt about that, or at least how JP felt about that. Talking briefly about Ben Grimm, I thought he was the glue that stuck everybody together. He had moments with Sue, he had moments with Johnny. Johnny was great, by the way. I loved how he learned a whole language all by himself. I liked that he was a little bit more mature. JP wanted him to be a little bit more hot-headed. But Ben Grimm, he grows a beard. He's like a fun uncle. The way he takes care of Franklin, the power cosmic, the whole point that Galactus wants him to take over his eternal curse, all really cool stuff. If you haven't read that type of story, that type of iteration, go search it up. Comics have all the good stuff in there. Um, but my main gripe with the movie, and JP understands a little bit more now, and I tend to ramble, is we got a tease for Doctor Doom. Yes, it was exciting. Yes, we got the chills. How they formulated it. Alan Silvestri's new dark theme for him. Super good. You guys know how much I love a music score. And Michael Giacchino's Fantastic Four score, beyond amazing. But for me, the whole Marvel problem right now is you've not taken care of the multiverse very well. And to me, when you're talking about the overarching story as certain things interconnect, I thought the teaser was too short and under what's the right word? it was underlived for me. I don't think that's like the right word. It just this is we're leading into Doomsday, and Doomsday is supposed to be this very important villain, very big bad. Are we only going to get two movies with him? Most likely with this version. And I have a hard time with that because for so long we've been waiting for something like this, and I got 15 seconds of it, and now I have to wait a year and a half, right? Take your time, yes, give us a good story. But I just felt like it left the film unsatisfied in that sense because Fantastic Four, the first steps as a movie by itself, stands by itself. Good job, Marvel. But as it connects to the whole thing, because in my JP told me this, the way we've been programmed with Marvel, it doesn't fix the entire story problem that you've been building towards. JP and I loved Loki. JP and I loved Shang-Chi. JP and I loved Spider-Man No Way Home. We loved Deadpool and Wolverine. We loved Thunderbolts, and we loved this. We enjoyed this movie, but I just have an issue with this is not how you. And JP, JP brought me to the light. It's over with. We're going to have to rush into it, and that's unfortunate. That's probably why I feel like that teaser kind of undelivered, in my opinion. But JP has some cool thoughts about where he thinks this movie should have actually started.
Well, I'm not exactly sure what you're thinking about, but one thing that I wanted to piggyback off of your comment was many people will find this either a good or bad thing. It's a great standalone film, great Marvel film. I really wish that it was part of phase one, phase two, in my opinion. But as Alma's right, as far as its interconnectivity, it lacked there. Really, we should have got more, like the Thunderbolts end credit scene. Maybe we should have seen a little bit more of that, and then a little more interaction with Doctor Doom, like how it all leads to Doomsday. Um, like Alma says, it's rushed because of everything that's happened, and they kind of want to just get it over with. But still, you know, they're still delaying it next year, December, right, or something. Yeah, so I'm not sure if
No, that's what we were getting at, bro. Because I
yeah,
think that was a really good point that you pointed out. I was like, what if we had the Fantastic Four for longer, right? And we didn't have to feel so rushed with them. But again,
yeah,
their Earth 828, beautiful. The Jack Kirby Stan Lee world, beautiful.
yeah.
Um, it was aesthetically very pleasing. The music was very pleasing. The
Mm-hmm.
movie, JP and I grew up loving space and wanting to go to space, and they did this
Space
amazing
race.
job with space. JP came up with this really cool thing about an interstellar meme because that's what it looked like, you know.
That black hole scene was so cool.
Yeah.
Though, as far as Reed Richards' thought process of why they would go near a black hole, I don't know. See, that's just another reason why I was like, that was you're like, there's a you got to answer this, bro. But there's the scene in iRobot where Will Smith is yelling at the girl, and he's like, "You're like the smartest, dumbest person I ever knew." No, and I feel like that was Reed Richards in this film. But anyhow, yeah,
You're the dumbest smart person I have ever met.
yeah. There you go. There you go.
Um, Marvel, we appreciate you, Matt Shackman. Like, great job with this film. The music, fantastic, fantastic. And we're very proud of it. We did really like it. You know, I don't think 7 out of 10 is a bad score. Um, it could go higher, right? And all that type of good stuff. But we came out of the theater thinking, yeah, this is good. Now, to me, that's my only problem, and JP knows this, and we've talked about it just briefly here. The interconnectivity is still hard for me. Um, just give me a great Spider-Man brand new day. Give me a great Doomsday. Doom is my all-time favorite Marvel villain. I need that done right, even it's with RDJ. Secret Wars is going to reset everything. So there is hope for the future, but this era of Marvel is coming to an end, and this era of DC is starting to take off. So, of course, I'm more of a DC guy. JP is more of a Marvel guy, but we love both because we were raised with both. So we wanted to condense it here for you. Like JP said, maybe we'll show off a different a showcase of our really raw thoughts about the movie. We appreciate you guys being here. I am your co-host, the All-Star Superman. This is my brother JP the Hulk.
Bro, hood out.